I am currently not working. I have a orthostasis and where it causes my blood pressure to drop if I get up too fast or something, and I could potentially pass out.
And Ms. Pierce, this is your objection to a child support recommendation, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, and what are the basis of your objection?
I got my own health insurance for both of the girls.
Okay, anything else?
And Adam did not put down that he had another baby on the way.
Okay, any other objections?
And
All right, so let's address the issue with health insurance. Do both of you provide health insurance or one of you provide health insurance?
I've had health insurance since custody.
And did the support give you credit for that health insurance payment?
Yep.
And Ms. Pierce, when are you saying you started to provide health insurance?
my health insurance starts September 1st, and I emailed Mr. Dundon a copy of all that yesterday, and he said he had nothing upcoming. So
You are not providing health insurance yet. It starts September 1st, you said?
it starts September 1st. And I emailed it to him and showed him everything.
We haven't.
Have the two of you discussed insurance at all or not? I mean, is there a reason you're gonna have two policies on the kids?
No, we haven't discussed anything. We've had health insurance on them since I got custody. Nothing was said about her getting any insurance.
Okay. Then her next objection relates to you having another child. Have you had another child, sir?
Yes, she was born the 26th, but actually on the paperwork for friend of the court where it says your general information, it's on there when her expected due date was, which was 7/18. She was born 7/12. It's on the paperwork.
She was born July 12th, you said?
Yes, sir.
So the recommendation wouldn't have taken that into account as it was prepared before that. Or anything you want to say regarding the health insurance issue?
If she was to provide the information, we could input that as both of them carrying insurance.
I can drop it off today.
Was Mr. Burns, did he provide his insurance information?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's provided by his spouse's
Okay.
insurance.
All right, so Ms. Pierce, if you can provide that information, we can prepare a new calculation involving that, as well as then adding another child for total. So Mr. Burns, how many other children do you have than the children in this matter?
Yeah, just the two in this matter. Then
How many other children do you have, not including the kids in this matter?
I have two daughters that live with me and my son's 22, and then a son.
All right.
I believe the calculation is two additional children.
Right.
So if the one is over the age of 18, then the calculation would be accurate then
Okay.
without having to add the additional child.
So you have two kids that are under 18, other than the two that are in this case, correct, sir?
Three.
Right. So now we're kind of going back and forth with what we're saying. So you have how many children under 18 other than the two kids in this case?
Three.
Okay. Ms. Pierce, do you agree with that?
Uh,
All right. So we can make that correction as well as updated health insurance information.
That's all on the paperwork.
Okay. Anything else that you want to say, Mr. Burns?
Yeah, her increase in income wasn't provided over 2 years ago after I got custody, friend of the court. She never updated any of her pay raises. It's costing me $160 a month for court ordered therapy that we had to find the therapist that she's not going to. The therapist dismissed her because it was bad for our daughter. And she was recommended to not find another therapist and has not done so since I think it was February, March.
All right. Well, my question kind of referred to her objection. Anything else you want to say regarding her objection? Because that's all that's before the court right now.
Nope, just her not reporting her increase in wages.
All right, Ms. Pierce, anything else that you wanted to say regarding your objection?
no, sir.
All right, so then I will direct that we make those changes, add another child, as well as get that updated health insurance information and use that in the calculation. Any questions from front of the court?
She would just need to provide the amount and who's covered on that policy so we can do an accurate calculation.
All right, thank you. All right, Ms. Pierce, make sure you please provide that information.
I will.
Thank you. Board next call a matter of Jamie Reichmeyer versus Nicholas Stone, file number 15-15745 DP. Do we have the parties on that matter present?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes.
All right, it looks like we have objections from everybody on this matter.
Yes.
All right, Ms. Reichmeyer, let's start with you. What are your objections to the support calculation?
Well, we both objected to the fact that he does have 2 other children in home. I objected also due to the fact that I am currently not working. At the moment, I've been trying to get a job, but also due to some health conditions, it's kind of been tricky. So I did apply for disability on August 12th. So I still have to wait to hear about that.
So you're alleging that you're unable to work?
I have a orthostasis and where it causes my blood pressure to drop if I get up too fast or something, and I could potentially pass out due to a bad vagus nerve.
All right, when did you last work?
What day was that? It was in June of 2022.
And in that time, have you applied for disability at all?
No, I just applied the 12th of this year.
Are you seeking employment those 2 years or not?
Yeah, I've been trying to seek employment. I've applied everywhere. I've gone in for interviews and everything.
Yeah. The documentation from a doctor indicating that you are unable to work?
No, not yet. I'm currently still in the process of getting a new family doctor for myself, which I start that in September.
Front of the court, how was Ms. Reichmeyer's income calculated?
I believe we could use potential income for her. I didn't put it in my notes what specifically we had looked at, but because she was not working, we would have imputed potential.
And we know what that was at roughly. See, monthly gross income was set at 2758. So when you last worked, ma'am, what did you do for work?
I worked as like a cashier stalker at the downtown market in Wolverine.
And you remember how much you were making?
I think the last I made was 11 an hour. That was the last I remember.
All right, so then you also agree though that Mr. Stone has how many other children?
2.
All right. Did you have any other objections, ma'am?
I mean, there is also like I have our daughter's teeth that we already agreed like he'll be helping pay and everything for her teeth, but that was quite a bit, which should be in there also.
All right, well, that's a separate matter in the court's mind. Obviously, if the two of you have the right to get recovery from medical expenses. If he fails to pay, then there's other procedures that can be taken at that time. So until there's non-compliance with that payment, I'm not going to address that. Mr. Stone, what are your objections to the recommendation?
The only thing I was trying to put in is change my info that it's showing that I'm wrote down as single, which I'm married. And as Jamie said, I do have another child in my house. That's all I was trying to change on my information for you guys.
All right, so you do file your taxes as married?
Yes.
All right, so we're gonna make the following changes. We'll change that, the filing status for Mr. Stone. We'll also change the other children for Mr. Stone to 2. As to Ms. Reichmeyer's wages, there's not enough before the court at this time to indicate an inability to work. So we would have to impute her income. I'm not sure what actual wage it was imputed at, but I would indicate we should impute her at minimum wage. Any questions, Ms. Reichmeyer? And then there'll be a new support calculation prepared, sent to the parties. You will retain another right to object to that information if you don't think it's accurate. Any questions, Ms. Reichmeyer?
No.
Mr. Stone, any questions?
No.
Front of the court, any questions? All right, thank you. You both are all set and can sign off.